Let's pivot to some feel-good news on a thirsty Thursday. Robots are going to kill all of us. A Dutch company called Pax for Peace conducted a survey that claims many large tech companies are putting the world at risk through the development of artificial intelligence. The survey of 50 companies cited Amazon, Microsoft, and Intel for having, quote, high concern programs. It also cautioned that autonomous weapons will inevitably become weapons of mass destruction if we don't keep human beings involved in their being the weapons, decision-making system. European Union published guidelines in April to regulate the human oversight of AI. Should we do the same thing here or just head to the bunkers because the end is nigh? Dave, my general philosophy on robots is to speak very kindly of the Cylons at all times, because when they come, they will be welcomed. I will mean them no harm. So say we all.
Yeah. Well, I'm an optimist about this. You know, George W. Bush ran in the year 2000 on never using the military for nation building as a policeman of the world. Obama ran on ending the wars. Trump ran on ending the wars. None of them have been successful in this. So I'm really hoping the robots will end the wars. And I think put them in charge of everything. Technology always improves the standard of living anyway. People are always scared, but it always ends up working out fine.
They just hope they don't attack us.
Yeah. That's the concern. And I read this quote from the study. Companies, quote, developing these weapons which could decide to kill people, without any direct human involvement. That's like, I got to chill.
I've seen movies on that before. I feel like we've had movies on that. But the question is, with innovation, I think it's great to have technology. Robots are taking jobs. Robots are taking the place of human relationships. You read a lot of articles about that. But with innovation, there is a responsibility. I think the question is, what do we do? But I think we've always been afraid of new technologies or new systems that have been developed. But we always figure out how to handle that. What I'm most afraid of is hacking. So it's the intelligence of the robots, but what about hacking into the robots as well? I think there's a lot to
So there are safeguards, and then bad actors get in and reprogram them and say, go kill all those people.
Correct.
Yeah, thank you for that. I'm going to be up all night,
I
Beverly.
think that's a movie. I think you should write this.
So is this, because I think that's an interesting point, is this just hand-wringing about the latest technology, or is this an appropriate spot for government regulation to come in?
I don't know about regulation, but I think the problem to me is even right now with the use of drones in warfare, there's a sense, and you hear this ironically, not just from libertarians, Dave, but you hear this from people in the military, that we don't have to look you in the eye to kill you anymore. Yeah. And we can send the drone, and there's this sense of disconnectedness from the fact that you're killing someone.
Yeah, but we've been bombing people for decades.
I get the point to that, but, we didn't have any drones in World War II, so we just sent tens of millions of people to die in Europe.
Yes.
Not tens of millions of our people, but hundreds of thousands of ours and tens of millions died. Right. So it's not as if without the drone technology, human beings would just be like, well, I have to look you in the eye. Let's not fight any wars.
We didn't look the Japanese in the eye when we dropped a bomb on them in Hiroshima, right?
So, and what kind of conscience and arguments about that have persisted for all time. So you imagine now if, in fact, we never have to send anybody on a person-to-person basis.
Right, but just, again, forget even World War II. Look at Vietnam versus even the war in Iraq or the war in Afghanistan. As much as I oppose both of those wars, far less bloody, far less terrible, and a lot of that is because of the technology. So I don't know.
Less attrition, like war,
exactly. So I don't know. It might actually help the situation. It's hard to say.
Panel, this was great. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Guy.
We bow to our coming overlords. Coming up, a trio of